Let's see what the students in American universities are talking about. Here we got someone in Chicago.
America is the cancer. America, the American government, secularism, democracy, capitalism. These are cancers.
You know, I thought for a second we were almost on the same page when he said the American government was cancer, which I agree with. But then he starts going around talking about capitalism, democracy, secularism. Really? Like this is... I bet he's going to go into... He thinks his religion is the reason the way we have to run this country.
That have spread their illness all over the world. In America and in the Middle East. In America over here, people have the freedom to, again, like I said before, commit zina, do oris fahisha, but when you speak up, it's a problem.
He's using Arabic terms for premarital sex and degeneracy, as if that stuff doesn't exist in the Middle East. You know, this is the problem with some of these religious folks. They come here and they think they're going to explain to us on how to run this country. You think the founders who founded this country were not religious? Do you think they didn't think it through when they decided to put into the Constitution why Congress should not establish any law respecting a religion? Like, let's just finish watching this.
Non-Muslims are tired of this cancer. They're tired of the American government. They're tired of democracy.
Okay.
They want to see a new way of life. And as Muslims, we have to understand that we have that new way of life. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent as a mercy for all of mankind. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He was sent as a mercy. Why? Because the way of life he brought will bring that mercy. The way of life he brought will bring that tranquility to Muslims and non-Muslims. Non-Muslims don't have to worry about these issues they worry about now. You don't have to, because Islam is a just religion that has come to be implemented upon.
This is a classic example of a person who doesn't even know what their own religion talks about. This guy's saying that we need to get rid of capitalism and democracy. And he's quoting the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad too. The Prophet who was a businessman, a very successful one, who got the business from his wife, who was also very wealthy. You think they were giving their money to the government? Really? See, this is the problem. You know, we got like people just walking around, just with no shame, just opening their mouths, just like an avalanche of shit, just keep falling through. He's talking about we need to get rid of democracy. You want to get rid of democracy? Go to Saudi Arabia. Go to Jordan, where you can have a king who oppresses the people there, who doesn't let them speak. Kings supported by our foreign policy, by our government. But your brilliant idea is that we should take away democracy, the chance that we have to fix our government and install a king here. So this shit can just continue in perpetuity. People don't think. People like this don't think. They just open their mouth. Just let the bullshit just fall right out. It sounds good in their head, but when they think through it, it makes no sense whatsoever. And these people, you know, they live among us. And he wants to end democracy. You know, if you look at the early history of Islam, one of the early rulers killed the Prophet's grandson. And then he made his own son the ruler. And after that, it was his own son. So this is the reason why Muslims are having their problems in the first place, because they didn't have democracy, you dumbass. And then your solution is we need a king. Because that's how a lot of Muslims think, you know. If he lets us pray, he's okay. No, in this country, we vote, okay? We vote. You know what we need to do? We need to do this. People who come here, because I think he's an international student. I don't even think he's an actual citizen. But people who come here, and if they're going to take the citizenship test, we need to have really interesting and tough questions. Do you believe in democracy? If no, then take your ass out. Because we're not going to turn to Saudi Arabia. We're not going to turn to Jordan. You want a supreme leader? You can go to Iran. You can go live there. In this country, we vote. And we got a lot of people like this. We got a lot of, and it's all over. Like in the last video, we had like the guy running for Congress here. He thinks being a Christian means supporting a foreign government like Israel, even though other Christians don't even believe that. But he'll speak with authority, just like this jackass. He will explain to us like Islam means like no democracy and no capitalism and whatever vibes he was feeling at the time. And this is the problem, that people just, you know what it is? They're all authoritarians. This is what this is. I know this video is going a little long, but you really have to understand who these people are because they don't really have any respect for just our constitutional government and the idea that we let people choose their leaders and how we're going to run it. What their goal is that it doesn't matter what they believe. It could be socialism, it could be an Islamist caliphate, it could be a Christian nationalist movement. It doesn't even matter. The point, what these guys want to do is they want to take control of the government and they want to shove it down on your throats. That's why the founders of this country were smart. That's why they put in the first sentence of the First Amendment, Congress shall establish no law respecting religion. But they hate the Constitution. They fundamentally hate this country. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. And they live among us.